Hey everyone, welcome back to Kids Network Studios. I'm Amy Kuhn, aka 1028, or previously on YouTube, aka 1028-100. And my channel accidentally got erased. Yeah. But I already told you that in a previous video, introducing you to my newest channel, Kids Network Studios, as I'm now calling it. And the last video I posted was in September. Freaking September! I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can try and do 3 videos today. So this is video 1. Let me answer my phone real quick. My dad. Alright. This video 1 is going to tell you all about the newest accounts I have online. Mostly because, I've noticed lately that my latest account, Speaker, does not connect into my YouTube account, which is kind of weird. So I'm like, that's fine. That's fine, because that Speaker account is all about fan fiction and stuff, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to hear it. But anyways, aside from that new account, I've been pretty busy with my college and everything. I finished off my internship at 97 Rock about a few weeks ago. I got 120 and a half hours, so if anybody comes to me complaining at my school that I need more hours, I'll be like, bring it on. But I'll be like, you told me 120 from the get-go, and there's 120. So shut up. Also, as you may have noticed, we're recording in the kitchen. Main reason, my room has been darkened. And I'm afraid that if I try to record in there, there won't be much light. So I came out to the kitchen with the yellow paint, fridge behind me, stove, microwave's over here, coffee maker's over there, the laptop's on the table here. We've got some cans of iced tea that are begging to go in the fridge later on. But you get the gist. The kitchen's a lot brighter and I can see a little bit more on what's on my screen. So I rather like recording in the kitchen. Even though I'm getting a little hungry talking about it. Alright, previously I was talking about Pokemon X and Y. And not recently, but October 12th, I started my Pokemon journey. With nothing but a Fennekin by my side. Eventually, I got through the ranks, and on October 21st, I beat the game! I was like, yes, about time. The Pokemon on my team were Delphox, Blastoise, Lucario, Pidgeot, Exenerus, and Simiich. Now, most of the people online who actually commented on my post about that actually said that the legendary Pokemon aspect in my team it doesn't really count because it's a legendary. I'm like, dude, just because it's a legendary doesn't mean it's a Pokemon. I mean, come on, don't go all, oh, you have to have a non-legendary in your party. Yeah, no. I've done that many times before. In Sapphire, I had my Kyogre in my lineup during the Elite Four, and I won. I would use more examples, but you get my gist. Level 70 seems to be the highest level right now for my team. Even though in recent games I've gotten up to a level 83. That was like my highest level before I rotate my Pokemon. But I like Pokemon X. The graphics are awesome. The Pokemon are amazing. I'm still like in the middle about Pokemon Mega Evolution. Granted, it's a great tool to have, but they shouldn't force you to use it. I mean, it's a great tool in battles, but why are you forcing us to use it? Is it because of the way the storyline goes, or you just want to show off that Mega Evolution? Who knows? But I'll be guilty of using Mega Evolution on my Lucario and Blastoise mostly. Mainly only when I was in a pickle, but that was about it. Only when I was in a pickle I used it. And when I was trying to explain it to my dad, but other than that, I rarely used it. Because my Lucario was awesome, my Blastoise was awesome. Before I had my ex Xenorus, I actually had an Umbreon in my team. And I knew that if Simiage went down in a water fight, I would have no other backup plan for Simiage. So I needed an electric type. But I was already late in the game, and trying to raise up a level 3 Pikachu was my best interest. So I'm like, you know what? Once I capture Xenorus, I'm going to see if it can learn Thunderbolt. To my surprise, it did. Taught it Thunderbolt, and it became a real rounded Pokemon on my team to have. And that's what helped me win the game. It wasn't because it was a legendary, it was because it was a good fighter. I mean, most of my other Pokemon did the work. My Delphox, my Pidgeot, my Simiage, my Lucario, my Blastoise. It wasn't all just about Xenorus. It was all about my other 5 Pokemon too. Hopefully my dad will pick up Y soon. Well, I got Y, but he doesn't have a 3DS to play it, so he's very far behind. And I don't even know which Pokemon he's going to start with. This should be interesting. But for now, we'll cut off video 1 for now, and I'll talk more about Pokemon and my team and what I thought when I read that post. I'll be back, guys. For now, this is Amy Kuhn signing off from Kids Network Studios, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. And go. Hey everybody, welcome back to Kids Network Studios. I'm Amy Kuhn, and welcome back to Pokemon X. This is video 2. Previously in video 1, I was talking about my final team. About how I thought it was really, people are going to be that mean towards a legendary Pokemon. If it's a great battler, then why not have it on your team? That's my thoughts about the post I talked about in my video 1. It's like, come on, are you really going to be that petty? If it's going to be a great battler in a fight, then why not have it on your main team? But anyways, enough of that. Let's go on to talking about Mega Evolution. Now, during the course of the game, you're introduced to the concept of Mega Evolution, which requires a good bond between you and your Pokemon and a certain kind of stone that your Pokemon has to hold. Now, during battle, when you send out a Pokemon, let's say you send out your Lucario out to battle. Now, Lucario's special stone is called Lucarionite, if I said that correctly. Give Lucario Lucarionite before battle. And if you wind into trouble, or if you just want to see what Mega Evolution is all like, hit fight, and then on the bottom it says Mega Evolution. You press you press that, and then you choose one of your attacks. Let's say you want to go with Aura Sphere. You press Aura Sphere, and then a little cutscene happens where Lucario Mega evolves into Mega Lucario. Now, in all honesty, speaking for myself, I did not notice any changes in the Pokemon itself, mainly because I used Lucario and Blastoise Mega Evolution. that I've noticed any difference at all. When Mega Lucario used its Aura Sphere, it seemed like it was the same thing as Lucario using its Aura Sphere. Or the same thing with my Blastoise. Whenever it used Hydro Pump, it seemed like it was just Hydro Pump. It didn't seem like it had any difference to me. But what are your thoughts about that, guys? What do you think? Am I totally wrong? Or am I missing something here? Because I want to hear from you. I want to hear from what you guys think. Also, I had not yet gotten a special event Torchic as of yet. And I know time is running out for me. However, even though that's the only way to get Torchic in the game, I'm not entirely sure. I might have to get it because I am a big fan of Blaziken. Blaziken was one of my staples and best Pokemon in my Ruby Sapphire games. And then later on in Emerald, I switched over to Swampert. Which BT Dubs, I think he should have gotten a Mega Evolution, but you didn't hear it from me, hint hint. But anyways, Blaziken was a great Pokemon on my team. I mean, even though it had a lot of weaknesses, it was still a good staple. I mean, if you equip it with all the right moves, you're good to go. But anyways, focusing mostly on Mega Evolution, I noticed no difference between the Mega Evolved forms and the regular Evolved forms. Did anyone else have that same issue, or am I standing alone here? Again, I'm looking for comments. But anyways, moving on from Mega Evolution to regular evolution. Yeah, I'm talking about regular evolution, you know, like this level, Delphox, I'll be right. This level Fennekin evolves into Blaziken, and this level it evolves into Delphox. I noticed that a lot of the Pokemon that were introduced in this generation evolved through trade and holding some sort of item. Are they trying to bring trades back? You gotta sort of wonder if Game Freak is trying to bring back the old ways of evolution, like with trading with items held by your Pokemon. Because once upon a time, way back when, in order to get a Steelix, and this is still true today, you need to equip an Onix with this medical and then trade it to somebody. They would get your Steelix, probably keep it and be like, no, my Steelix now. But in all seriousness, it doesn't seem that way that they are bringing back the trade idea, or is it just me? Your comments on that. And finally, but last but not least, Sylveon. I will admit that I am guilty of trying to evolve my Eevee into a Sylveon, but it actually evidently evolved into my Umbreon instead. But it still worked out for me. But anyways, how hard was it for you guys? Anyone who captured an Eevee and evolved into a Sylveon, how hard was it for you guys to do that? Because I've been reading all over the place that you need 2 hearts in the Pokemon Ami. Well, at least 2 hearts in friendship and everything to get it to evolve into a Sylveon. Is that true? Is it not true? How many hearts do you need? How does that work exactly? How do you evolve an Eevee into a Sylveon? Because I'm trying to complete my Pokedex now. And I could really use a little bit of help. I'll admit to that. I need help. I got a Graveler I need to trade. I got a Pumpkin Boot I need to trade. I have a Phantom. Is that how you would pronounce it? Anyways, I'm rambling. Alright, next time on video 3, I'm going to talk more about Pokemon X. And we're going to wrap up this video series for the day because I still have to do a speaker broadcast, and that's a lot of fun. Till next time, you guys, signing out from Kids Network Studios, I'm Amy Kuhn, previously known as AK102800. Well, here on YouTube anyway. And I'll see you guys for video 3 next time. Bye! Hey everybody, welcome back to Kids Network Studios. I'm Amy Kuhn, previously known as AK102800, but you knew that already. Or did you? Welcome back to Pokemon X, and this is video 3. And the way things are rolling right now, my video 1 is still being uploaded! And I just finished video 2. So the way this is rolling right now, guys, I think you're getting a 5-video series. How lucky are you? We'll see what happens, though. If it takes this long, I might do 5 videos today instead of 3. Just be like, for all you guys, it'll be like, hey, I'm sorry for being gone so long. It's been so crazy here and everything, and I haven't had a chance to really record a video, and now with my room being darked out, I have to record in the kitchen. And since my parents are out right now, yay me, I can do what I please without them knowing. But anyways, previously I was talking about trait evolutions and Pokemon and me. Now what's really weird about this is that I'm gonna bring up a crazy thing here. You know how I say my name's Amy Kuhn, right? Well, it's spelled A-M-I-E, just like Pokemon and me. Okay, I'll stop. I thought that was just weird. It was named after me, or was I named after Pokemon and me? You guys decide. But anyways, I rather like Pokemon and me. Mostly because you get to finally play with your Pokemon instead of just walking around with it, walking around with it, walking around with it. Ew! Eevee! You dropped droplings! But you guys get my point. What I'm looking for right now is comments. What did you guys think of Pokemon and me? Was it worth your time? Was it not worth your time? Was it helpful in evolving Pokemon that are only evolved by evolution, by friendship? And by that I mean, you know how you have your Eevee, and if you want to evolve it, you gotta raise it up during the daytime with a high friendship and eventually evolve into Espeon. Did Pokemon and me help you with that, or did it evolve into Umbreon, or even Sylveon? I want to know. I am interested to get some comments here. I mean, this is the first time I've actually been excited about Pokemon in a while. Granted, the Black and White series was great game version wise, but anime wise, it's been pretty boring. Which is why, moving on to our next topic, I'm looking forward to the Pokemon X and Y, or pardon me, XY series for the Pokemon anime. This time Ash is in Kalos with 3, that's right, 3 new friends by his side. Clemont, Bonnie, and Serena. Now most of you may know from the video game that Clemont and Bonnie are in charge of the Lumio City Gym. However, they don't tell Ash this right away. I'm like, well, this is going to be interesting down the line. It's kind of like with way back when with Misty, and she was just refusing to go to Cerulean City, all because she knew that Ash and Brock were going to find out that her sisters ran the gym, and she was also a gym leader. It's also the same thing with May, who was trying to hide the fact that she was the gym leader's daughter. Sound a little bit familiar, guys? And also it brings back to the point of Iris as well. Iris was hiding the fact that she knew the Opelousas City gym leader, Drayden, and the fact that she trained under him, and the fact that she might be the next gym leader, or even the elder. Come on, people, stop hiding your facts. We'll know them from the games. But hey, if they don't hide them, I guess it doesn't give the anime the mystery it well needs. Sorry, I had to rant there a little bit. Speaking of ranting, I missed Poke Shipping Day. I missed it. Ugh, I was mad. For those of you that don't know, Poke Shipping Day is on the... let me try that again. Poke Shipping Day is on the 7th of November. It is when Gotta Catch You Later appeared in Japan. That's right. Gotta Catch You Later appeared in Japan 11/7, a couple of years ago. Several years ago, actually. And eventually trickled down to us. And we saw the most saddest thing, the saddest goodbye of the Pokemon anime ever. I mean, you can watch Hoenn, you can watch Battle Frontier, you can watch Sinnoh, you can watch Unova, and maybe down the line Kalos, but none of those endings were as sad as Gotta Catch You Later, which ended the Johto, Orange Islands, and Kanto sagas. Because we lost, well, mostly Misty. Mostly Misty. Because after that, it seemed like her role just whoosh. Same thing with Gary. The minute they left Sinnoh, whoosh. Brock, whoosh. You get my point. Brock stayed the longest out of all of them. Out of all the original trio, Brock stayed the longest. Granted, I'm a little disappointed it wasn't Misty. Misty was a great character. I was a little disappointed that in the short version, we're never going to see her again, folks. Alrighty, I'll talk more about me missing Poke Shipping Day and more about Misty in the next video. Yes, I'm going to make 5 instead of 3. It's needed. I need an update. But anyways, this is Amy Coon signing off from Kids Network Studios, and I'll see you guys for video 4. Bye. Welcome back, everybody, to Kids Network Studios. I'm Amy Coon, and previously, well, wait, let me back that up. This is Pokemon X, video 4. I had a recent interruption, while I was talking, and I had to delete my previous video. So, what can you do? Anyways, recently I was talking about Gotta Catch You Later, and how I thought it was the saddest episode in the original saga, Kanto, Orange Islands, Johto. What I mean by that is that it is the saddest goodbye episode that I know of. Because the reason I'm saying that is mainly because Unova's not over yet, and Kalos has just begun. In Japan, anyway. But you get my gist. And I'm challenging you guys to see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. You have to find an episode that ends the saga, and it has to be sad. What do I mean by this? Okay. End of Hoenn. Find that episode and post it up on here. And let me know if you think it's sadder than Gotta Catch You Later. I don't think that anybody is going to win, in all honesty. But I could be wrong. Anyway. Oh. Sorry, I gotta do 6 recordings. 5 here, 1 on speaker. And I'm just like, ugh. Anyway. But pushing Gotta Catch You Later aside. And talking about the anime in general. I am looking forward to X and Y, but I'm also looking forward to Pokemon The Origin. Now, has that been confirmed to come to the US? And if it has, did I miss it? Or is it coming here soon? I want to know. I need to know. Okay, I'll stop. But aside from that, I have to say that even though I haven't started on Pokemon Y yet, even though it's supposed to be my dad's game and he doesn't have a 3DS yet, Pokemon X and Y are really good games. Like I said earlier, the 3D graphics are amazing, the Pokemon movements are amazing, everything is just perfect. There's just one niche that I don't like. And that is, drumroll please, that is the fact that there is no dark type gym. Bet you guys saw that coming. Because I talked about it on speaker when I was doing a Pokemon class there. There has been no dark type gym at all. There's been a dark type Elite Four, however, there's no gym leader. None. Zip, zilch, nada. I mean, there's a lot of Sabrinas and a lot of Whitneys and a lot of Bugsies. Get my point. But there has not been not one dark type gym ever. Okay, the fairy type gym was pretty cool, but I didn't understand the concept of the dollhouse. What does that have to do with fairies? Can somebody explain that to me? What does the dollhouse have to do with fairies? Unless you're talking about the old Pokemon episode where Ash, Misty, and Brock got turned into dolls by Sabrina, who, by the way, was a psychic type trainer. Anyone? But, yeah. Digressing. I'm sorry, Game Freak. You made an amazing game, but you left out one thing that the Pokemon fans wanted to see for years. A dark type gym. I'm not talking about a home remake or anything like that, although a home remake with the Pokemon X and Y 3D graphics and everything would be really, really cool. But anyway, I'm talking about a dark type gym. I mean, there have been ghost types. Morty. There have been fire types. Blaine. There have been water types. Misty. And so on, and so on, and so on. Okay, I'm really pushing on this issue, and I gotta stop. But you guys get my point. I mean, they could have traded the Ice type gym for a Dark type gym. Maybe? Anyone? No? Okay. So many things to talk about, so at a time. Because I'm trying to keep these videos around a 7-minute mark or 7:30 mark. So they're easier to upload later. Fun. But anyway, guys, what do you guys think? Should there be another Dark type gym if there is a Generation 7? Or should there just be a whole remake with the Pokemon X and Y graphics and adding in Sinnoh, Unova, and Kalos Pokemon? Anything? Anything at all? Just say it out loud. Say it out loud if you just don't care. Okay, I'm sorry. Usually I don't drink anything on screen. Alright, I'm going to do one final video to wrap this Pokemon X expose up. And I'm going to talk about a little bit of my final thoughts about the game. So until next time, guys, this is Amy Kuhn, and I'm signing off from Kids Network Studios. I'll see you guys for the final video. Adios. Welcome back to Kids Network Studios. I'm Amy Kuhn, and this is Pokemon X Video 5, the last video of the saga. And I was having a little bit of trouble in my previous video trying to figure out what to say next. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just finish this. We've talked about a lot about Pokemon in these videos. But what makes a good Pokemon game? I started off with the Ruby Sapphire games because I was too young to play Red, Blue, Yellow, and Crystal, or any of the games prior to Ruby and Sapphire's release. My first Pokemon was Torchic. And eventually, down the line, that Torchic evolved into a Blaziken, and eventually, I won the Elite Four in Champion League. It was my first real victory in a Pokemon game world, and I had to admit, I was rather excited about it. But you know what? After all that evolution, I stayed a loyal fan to the games, mainly because they were so great, and Pokemon were massive, enormous, and they were just eye-popping to me. My first game on a console, like GameCube and such, I think was Pokemon Stadium. I don't fully remember, but eventually down the line I got Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, which is where I got my Lugia from. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use this to shut down my opponents real quick. I also got Pokemon Battle Revolution when it came out, and I have to say, Pokemon Battle Revolution, I think, speaking for myself, was the stepping stone to Pokemon XY. I mean, just take a look at all the graphics and ideas used in Pokemon Battle Revolution, then take a look at Pokemon X and Y. All you're really missing is that huge console, a huge disc, and yada 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 yada. But you get my point. Pokemon XY is a lot like Pokemon Battle Revolution. And what I'm looking forward to from Game Freak, not only hopefully a whole remake, yeah, I'm all for that, but I'm looking for a Pokemon game on like the Wii or something, like Pokemon Battle Revolution, where you can battle with all the Pokemon in the world, all 700 of them. This counts Mega Evolution 2, I suppose. But you can battle anybody in this kind of game world and go to any region you damn well please. Sorry for my swear word there, but that would be my ideal game. Is where you get to play as a customizable character, like in Pokemon XY, and you could choose from any Pokemon anywhere in the world, and you start in Kanto. You start with the Kanto gym leaders, get their badges, defeat their Elite Four. You go to Johto, beat their gym leaders, defeat their Elite Four, and so on and so on and so on. And then finally, here's the piece of de resistance for you. Once you beat the Kalos Elite Four and Champion, not only do you win the game, but an option would be open to you to play, wait for it, any of the anime ideas that were presented to you in the anime. In other words, you get to challenge the Orange Island League. Yep. Once you defeat all those regions, not only are you a Pokemon Master, but you have the option to battle the Orange Island League gym leaders and their champion for the piece of de resistance. Sounds pretty sweet, doesn't it? You're like, I don't know, but it all depends. But what do you guys think? Would that be an ultimate Pokemon game for you, where you can choose whatever Pokemon you want and you can switch them out at any time, challenge all the gyms in all the regions, and then have the option to, when you defeat the game, to battle the Orange Island League leaders and its champion, all based on the anime, to win the game at 100%. How would that not be awesome? I would have to admit I would put my money on that. I would definitely put my money on that. Because that would be pretty awesome. I don't know what my team would be, but I would imagine that I would be rotating quite often, like I usually do. But imagine the power, imagine the feedback you'll get from from these people who are loyal Pokemon fans. I mean, think about it. You would get that chance. And I just thought of this. In addition to battling the Orange Island League leaders and their champion later on, you would also have the option to create your own gym to battle with your friends with, or to challenge your friends with, which is pretty cool. You also get the option, the final option, to battle a dark type gym leader. Boom! All problems solved right there. That would be wicked. Awesome. They're not required for 100%, but they could push you over the edge to like 105%. But anyway, at any rate, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and hopefully next time I'll be uploading more videos and seeing what you guys think about my idea. Maybe it will sell, maybe it won't. Maybe Game Freak will be like, ha ha ha, you stupid girl. Anyway, I'll check you guys next time for more videos, more fun, more Pokemon, and more everything. I'm Amy Kun, signing off from Kids Network Studios, and I'll see you guys next time.